Alright guys, I know I don't upload videos all that often, but I figured why not? I'll upload this one video. It's not exactly great, it's also not part of the story or anything like that. This is just an extra fight that I wound up doing. So these are just going to be highlights of that fight. It's a good portion of the fight, nonetheless, but it's not the whole thing. And I will let the clip speak for how shitty I am sometimes when it comes to playing turn-based games. Like, I usually do really well, but this was like my 4th or 5th attempt. So I'll let the clip speak for itself, and hopefully you guys are just a little nice on me. Alright, enjoy. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do Imperialdramon Paladin mode. Fun times. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how difficult this fight actually is. Yes, it is as difficult as specified by anyone else who's ever actually fought this fight before. It is a pain in the ass. This is the first time I've gotten this far. Actually, no, that's not true. I think every single time I fought him, I made it down to the final phase, which is a singular Imperialdramon Paladin mode. My problem, however, was that upon getting there, I couldn't manage to beat him at that point. And for those of you that don't know this fight, it's actually 3 Imperialdramon Paladin modes to start with. There are only 2 here because the recording decided to start after one of them had already died. So, go figure. But yeah, the idea is that all of them pretty much just constantly are doing buffs the whole time. Most of the time it's intelligence buffs, and then you have your attack buffs every so often. They never do any guard buffs, no like defense buffs, and they never do any speed buffs either, which begs the question, why are they so freaking fast? But I mean, technically they're boss level Digimon. At least they're instanced as boss level Digimon. So even if I have like a type advantage and a nature advantage, it doesn't give me an actual advantage because I'll hit them hard, but I won't hit them hard enough to kill them that quickly. They are vaccine light types. For those of you that actually know Digimon pretty well, you know that light beats dark and dark beats light. They're just the 2 right there, and that's all you got there going. Normally it's a rock paper scissors kind of thing of like fire beats grass, grass beats water, water beats fire kind of thing. But in light and dark scenario, it's back and forth. It's whatever. It doesn't really matter. He's also a vaccine type. For those of you that do know Digimon, once again, you know that that one is a legit rock paper scissors thing. There's nothing added to it or anything like that. Vaccine beats virus, virus beats data, data beats vaccine. So, as you can see, my party is not, in the beginning, not fucking built for this properly. And to be honest, I took, in the very beginning, I have 2 dark virus types, which are literally the worst against the vaccine light to start the fight, and that's only because both of them have penetrating abilities. Meaning, the special skill will automatically ignore any defense they may have or intelligence they may have that resists the damage. So they do a lot more damage. So I mean, that was the idea, was to kill as quickly as possible. So the whole time that I'm playing this fight, I know that I'm like frustrated, but I'm also super serious. And I do remember at one point, the reason I chose the team that I'm currently working with right now, this is the team that I have probably the best opportunity with because I have a lot of data types. And I'm like, okay, we have Gankumon, who I've never ever used really. Like, I leveled him up to 50 on like when I first got him. I leveled him up a little bit, and he was training alongside Justmon at the time because you get them at pretty much the same time. Kuzuamon I've had at level 99 forever, and Lepermon happened to be in my party for a while, so he got to level 99. However, Gankumon never got to 99 because I eventually took him out of my party because I didn't personally like him all that much. However, that quickly changed during this fight because he is broken as shit. Now, for those of you that don't know, Gankumon's ability, his support skill, as it were, for those of you that do know Digimon World Cyber Sleuth, you know that every Digimon has a support skill. I'm pretty sure that works for all the Digimon games, at least in this kind of scenario. They all have what's called a support skill, which is like an ability or an innate ability. For Gankumon, his is if he's over 50% health, a move that would have killed them will leave them at 1 HP. And the idea is that support skills aren't specific to just that Digimon. If that Digimon is on the field, everyone is included in that support skills ability. So like if you have Infirmon, in some cases his support skill literally says that you have like I think it's like a 10% chance, same with Diaboromon and whatnot, you have like a 10% chance to instantly kill someone when you're attacking. So basic attacks. And it doesn't stretch, it doesn't just not stretch and say like, oh, if you're attacking with Diaboromon, that's the only chance you get, boom, done, whatever, you're screwed. No, it extends to everybody. So any one of your party members could do an attack and boom, you'll see the instant death effect pop up, which is awesome. So for this, Gankumon's ability to allow you to survive an attack that would kill you with only 1 HP left gives you a perfect opportunity, because in most cases the last phase of this boss fight is literally the most difficult, because when you take out the first guy, they start doing buffs a little bit more rapidly, and then they use Saint Knuckle a lot more, which does a fuckload of damage. Meteor Fall is kind of iffy, but it's whatever. When you get down to a singular Imperialdramon Paladin mode, that's when shit gets real, because a singular one will change the way he fights after he goes below a certain amount of health. Like any boss, everyone knows that. Any boss, you get them below a certain amount of health, and they're just like, hey, guess what? I'm going to change up my strategy, and I hope you can survive. Actually, no, they usually hope you die. But, you know, to each their own. The team I currently have right now, though, with Gankumon and Kuzuomon, those two have the perfect chance. Gankumon's support skill will help keep them alive, and Kuzuomon has the advantage of both being a data type and being a dark type. Meaning she actually does the most damage against Imperialdramon. The problem is hitting him without dying. And as you can see, I already have 3 people that are dead, including Imperialdramon Dragon mode, which sucks. He would be fighter mode right now, except for when I brought him along, I completely forgot to change his mode stance, which would have, if I changed him to fighter mode, he would have changed from being a fire free type to a neutral free type, if I remember correctly. The only reason though I still have Leopardmon is because Leopardmon has a strong dark type attack, and he's a vaccine light type, meaning he has a resistance to the light element of the enemy, and he has the data type to give him the advantage versus vaccines. So I thought that would be a perfect match. However, I mean, it does do its job for what it's worth, but it doesn't turn out to be all that great. Also, Leopardmon, aka Duftmon, which I think I may rename him when I get back on the game, has a mode change as well. There's actually a couple different Digimon that actually have a mode change that all you have to do is go into their Digivolve and then it'll say mode change. Like Belphemon. Well, Belphemon, if you already have him, has a sleep mode. You probably already know that if you go into Digivolving him, it'll say, do you want to mode change him? Mode changing, obviously, meaning into Belphemon Rage mode, which will unlock him in your field guide, as well as you'll get the more powerful version of Belphemon, obviously. Then you have Imperialdramon, who's another one who mode changes from Dragon mode to fighter mode. This is where shit gets real. When he says the Forefather's Sword, that's when I'm like, okay, I need to switch out Leopardmon, because he's not going to be able to survive this. This is going to kill him, because this is the part that sucks. What happens is that when he says that, he spams this Omnisword ability over and over again, and it is pretty much a one-hit kill for everyone. However, with Gankumon's ability, both Jessamon and Gankumon manage to survive. I'm pretty sure Gankumon only survives because of the being data type, and being fire allows him to somehow resist the ability of the Omni Sword. That's what I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it's a physical attack and it doesn't actually have an element, so I'm a little concerned on that, but whatever. And then Jessamon has a skill called the Weltergeist, or whatever the fuck you call it, which allows him to become invulnerable pretty much until his next turn. And then on top of that, his magic, he gets a barrier which allows him to counter physical or magic attacks, which is awesome. And as you can clearly see, having Gankumon on the field is the only reason I'm still alive. This is the first time that I was like, holy crap, I'm actually living through these attacks. Gankumon is managing to stay just alive, Jessamon's ability is keeping him alive, and Gankumon's support skill is the only reason Kuzuo keeps living. Because Kuzuomon, every single time she dies, she hits 0, but his ability pops and she gets back to 1. And me, I actually got really scared because I got low on HP recoveries, and I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? And the whole time I'm sitting here thinking like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do now? He's just spamming this ability. Like, how do I win with this? He just keeps hitting me. Do I win? Is there any way to win this? So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just continue with my strategy. If I try to attack him, I'll probably die. Because I'm like thinking Kuzuomon could probably attack him and like, oh yeah, we win. But he keeps spamming on his sword and keeps hitting. And this is like I said, this is like my 4th or 5th time doing this fight. And all the other times when he got to this spamming ability, it literally destroyed the whole team. Everyone was gone. It was like, fuck it, whatever, we're all dead. I think this is it. Yeah, the moment he says amazing, he hits himself doing like all the damage. And I was like, yes! And they all had full SP, so I said, Jessamon, you can finish it with this really awesome slash attack. Which criticaled for some reason. Fuck it, whatever. It wasn't a lot of experience because I didn't have any boosters on, but everyone was level 99. And I made it back, turned in the case, and here we are having Imperialdramon Dragon mode digivolving into Imperialdramon Paladin mode. That fight took forever, but I'm freaking glad. He's an ultra level Digimon, vaccine light type, takes up 25 memory. Oh, look at him, look at him, look at that sexy sword. But yeah, that was an interesting fight, worth it.